everyone, my name is Desola. I'm a fashion designer and you are welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Daisy's Wardrobe. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're an existing subscriber, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. And if you've seen my videos before and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. And put on the notification bell so that you know when I put up a new video. I'm an African-inspired ready-to-wear fashion designer based here in Lagos, Nigeria, and I've been in business for over 10 years. So here on my channel, I talk about starting a ready-to-wear business, starting a fashion business, being a fashion designer, all things business, all things fashion, and sometimes, once in a while, I talk about my life. So here in today's video, I'll be talking about how to start a ready-to-wear business online. So like I said, I'm an African-inspired ready-to-wear fashion designer. I make my designs and I sell my designs right here in my store. And I also sell online as well. So I'm sure you're looking to start a ready-to-wear business. That's why you're watching this video. And I'm glad to tell you that I'm here to put you through. Here to let you know some of the things that you need to know, some of the things to look out for when you're starting a ready-to-wear business online. So there are two ways to run a ready-to-wear business. Like you already know, you can do it physically, or you can do it online. Physically is having a storefront whereby you display your designs and people come in and they buy from you, or you display them online where people can view your designs and pick whatever it is they want to buy and pay. So there are different ways of running your ready-to-wear business online, and that is what I'll be talking about in this video. So first of all, I want to tell you that the business module of running a ready-to-wear business physically and online is completely different. I say this from experience, it is completely different. The experience you have selling clothes physically is different from selling them online. And there are different ways in which you can sell your clothes online. But first things first, if you want to start a ready-to-wear business online, there's certain things that you need to consider. So first of all, you need to find out from yourself, or ask yourself that what kind of ready-to-wear clothing do I want to sell? Because when you ask yourself this question, it helps you to know who your ideal customer will be. So you ask yourself certain questions. Is it for men? Is it for women? And if it is for men, what kind of clothes are they? If it is for women, what kind of clothes are they? When you're able to know what this is, it helps you to move forward. And when you get to certain areas of starting this ready-to-wear business online, you're able to navigate it properly. When you first of all know who you are selling clothes to. Then you now have to ask yourself, what do I want to name my ready-to-wear business? Because the thing is that the name you give your ready-to-wear business is very, very important. Do you see your ready-to-wear business being a clothing brand, a ready-to-wear clothing brand, or you just want it to be a clothing business? There are two separate things. I have a video on my channel where I talk about the difference between a clothing brand and a clothing business. So you ask yourself, what kind of ready-to-wear do I want to do? Do I want it to become a brand in the future, or do I want it to just be a clothing business? Because naming your business is very, very important. You need to take your time to pick a name for your business, because you don't know how far the business is going to go. You don't know what the business is going to turn out to become in the next 2 years, in the next 3, 4, 5 years, or even the next 10 years. So you don't want to give the business some nickname that you have, and they call you at home, or your friends call you, or something. And it doesn't necessarily have to be one serious name like that. It just has to be something that is easy, memorable for your customers, and also give you an idea, or give people an idea into whatever it is that you are doing. After you've picked a name for your ready-to-wear business, then you have to go online. You have to go on social media and secure this name. You need to find out if the name has been used by someone else, if it's available on social media handles, and if it is, you have to lock it down immediately. And if it's that you want to also have a website as well, you need to also find out if the domain is available for you to buy, because it's not going to make sense for you to lock it down on social media. This is the name of my business, X, Y, and Z, and you now go to buy a domain and X, Y, and Z is not available. It's been taken by someone else. You need to make sure that all of them are able to align with one another, because it makes life easier for your customers. It also makes life easier for you. When you have secured your social media handles, the names that you want to secure your social media handles, and in terms of buying a domain for the name, you now have to ask yourself, what social media platforms do I want to be on? Because nowadays there are so many social media platforms. There is Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp. The list goes on and on. So you have to ask yourself, which one do I want to really work on? Which one do I want to really promote my brand on? In as much as it is good to promote your brand on everything, but trust me, when you do everything at the same time, it's overwhelming, you will burn out, and sometimes you just don't really get the effect of what you want. So I always advise that you narrow it down to one or two platforms and you push it very well. As to promoting your ready-to-wear business on 5 different platforms. The most obvious one is Instagram. So Instagram, a lot of businesses, clothing businesses go on Instagram. You would also find a lot of ready-to-wear businesses on Instagram. So Instagram would probably be the ideal number 1 place to use to start your ready-to-wear business. And if you want to also go in the route of having a website, the thing about having a website is that you also need an Instagram handle or a social media handle that you would use to drive traffic to the website, because the website is not going to, get customers on its own. The website would require that it gets traffic from somewhere, most likely from a social media platform. When you have sorted this out, then you now have to find out for yourself, I know the kind of clothes I want to sell, or the kind of ready-to-wear clothing I want to sell. How do I go about sourcing these clothes, or how do I go about making these clothes? You need to figure that out. When you're not able to figure it out, it's as good as not having a business. I see a lot of ready-to-wear businesses that they have a name, but they don't necessarily have products. They don't have products because they don't have how they source their garments or how they make their garments on lockdown. So this tends to affect business in one way or the other. I don't want to talk about that. It makes the video too long, but let's move forward. When you're able to know how to source your clothes to sell online, then you need to start to think about how you're going to put the business out there on social media, how you're going to put the word out there on social media. And that is where content creation comes in. You need to think of how you're going to make content for your ready-to-wear business, because if you're going to do anything online, it is very important that you go into content creation, either by yourself or with the help of people. Content creation is what you're going to use to market this business. Content creation is what you're going to use to push this business, put the business out there for people to know about it, for people to start to know you, and for people to start to connect with your ready-to-wear business. When running a ready-to-wear business online, consistency is very important. Consistency is what will give that business some form of credibility in the short run and in the long run. So content creation is very important. Also, when starting a ready-to-wear business online, you also have to think of, when do you intend to start this ready-to-wear business? Because if you don't have a time frame in mind, you kind of like will never start. You'll be waiting for everything to be perfect. You'll be waiting for things to be in a certain order before you can start. Start with whatever it is that you have. Start with anyhow you have found yourself, or up to the level where you have found yourself. Just start. Because if you wait for everything to be perfect, you will never start. As long as certain things are in place for you to start, you can go ahead and start. So the basics are, you have a name for the ready-to-wear business. You have secured a social media platform or handle that you want to use to market and promote your ready-to-wear business. You have the way in which you're going to source or produce the garments that you want to sell online for your ready-to-wear business. And you have a means in which you're going to be able to deliver it to your customers. If you have these in place, then you can go ahead and start. Every other thing, you can do them while the business is in motion, moving forward. So my video for today is done. If you enjoyed watching my video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and put on the notification bell so that you know when I put up a new video. And so I will see you soon. Bye.